address in which he drew a distinction between the concept of information as public good as opposed to being public hazard. Our very own ambassador and permanent representative to UNESCO, Her Excellency Haji Sani, the permanent secretary, Federal Ministry of Information and Culture, members of the diplomatic corps, participants in this forum from all over the world, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen of the press. I bring warm greetings from His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, who had planned to be with you today, but is outside the country attending a World Summit in Seoul, Korea, Republic of Korea. And he has asked me to deliver the following address and to begin by welcoming all of you to our beautiful national capital, Abuja, particularly those participants who are visiting Nigeria for the very first time. The hosting of this event is an indication of the growing symbiotic relationship between Nigeria and UNESCO in addressing one of the challenges facing our world. It also further amplifies our commitment as a government and people to the continued implementation of the United Nations General Assembly Resolution on Media and Information Literacy, which calls on all countries around the world to develop and implement policies, actions, and strategies related to the promotion of media and information literacy. It is pertinent to note that Nigeria played a leading role in giving birth to the Global Media and Information Literacy Week, when our country, in 2013, hosted the first global forum for partnership on MIL tagged, I quote, promoting media and information literacy as a means to cultural diversity, end of quotation, culminating in the UNESCO MIL Alliance and ultimately the Global MIL Week. The theme of this year's Global MIL Week, Nurturing Trust, a Media and Information Literacy Imperative, focuses on the use of MIL to address a fundamental element of human and national development, which seems to be waning in most societies throughout the world. Trust is a key ingredient of democracy and good governance. Without trust, our avowed pledge to deliver on our promises as leaders will be impeded by the lack of commitment from the governed. As it is evident in our societies, getting reliable information is a constant battle. Media practitioners and stakeholders within the sector face the clear and present danger of misinformation and disinformation. Misinformation and disinformation have been used to aggravate conflicts and crises, exacerbate insecurity, distort government efforts, fuel apprehension among the citizens, and create distrust between the governments and their peoples. With regard to the use of social media, which also underscores its potential to mold, to shape, and to form opinion, we may know the following key statistics. 50% of the world's population uses social media, which represent 3 out of every 5 people on Earth. Average daily use is estimated to be about 2 hours, 29 minutes, which is approximately 149 minutes or 31 minutes shy of the equivalent of sitting and watching 2 consecutive football games of 90 minutes each. Over 70% of the people who use social media are 13 years and older. Of the top 4 social media platforms, 3 are interactive sites: Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram. Here in Nigeria, with a population of about 220 million people, 37% is under 35 years old, and the country has about 100 million internet users, of which about 32 million are social media users. Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, having stated the above, we fully recognize and are cognizant that technology and social media offer us nearly limitless opportunities which must be harnessed, especially by the youth, to strengthen the foundations of our society and of our common values. However, in confronting challenges of rising misinformation, disinformation, and hate speech, we must also come together to defend freedom of speech while upholding other values that we cherish. We must continue to work for a common standard that balances rights with responsibilities to keep the most vulnerable from harm and help strengthen and enrich our communities, and most importantly, strengthen trust and social cohesion by improving critical thinking competencies to adequately assess the quality of information received and shared, which I believe is a key component of MIL program this week. The MIL has over the years proven to be a veritable tool in building the capacities of individuals and communities to learn, to decipher, to educate, and to effectively use data and information for the common good. In this regard, I congratulate UNESCO and all key stakeholders for their efforts in developing various initiatives and resources around the use of MIL to help in nurturing trust and countering mistrust. I also commend their efforts in promoting the teaching and learning of MIL in formal and non-formal institutions, as well as the establishment of the Global MIL Institute. On our part as a government, we will continue to support policies and plans aimed at advocating the use of MIL to create a peaceful and cohesive society where trust and respect for each other become a norm rather than an exception. Already, our collaboration with UNESCO and other partners has stimulated the development and promotion of MIL policies at all levels of government, as well as strategies aimed at helping citizens to learn and imbibe the skills of MIL. In furtherance of this mission, we encourage the establishment of the MIL Coalition of Nigeria, MILCON, in 2017, a coalition established to facilitate coordination of interventions on MIL in Nigeria and promote synergy among its stakeholders. These efforts have resulted in mainstreaming and domesticating the UNESCO MIL in the curriculum of our colleges of education by its inclusion in the General Studies education component of the Nigerian Certificate in Education. Minimum standards curriculum as a curriculum subject and others. In addition to this, information science and media studies, which is an adaptation of the MIL curriculum, is now domiciled in our newly unbundled mass communication curriculum for all the universities in Nigeria, as recently unveiled by the National Universities Commission. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm informed that one of the major outcomes of this 11th edition of the Global MIL Week Feature Conference and Youth Forum will be the Abuja Declaration. The declaration, I understand, will center on global financing for media and information literacy as an imperative to fight misinformation and build trust in our societies. I therefore call on all nations, multilateral and donor agencies, as well as people of goodwill, to support this genuine and just cause. Finally, as I look forward to the robust discussion and resolutions emanating from the 2022 edition of the Global Media and Information Literacy Week and the Youth Agenda Forum, I wish to urge us all to jointly work towards the key conference themes during and after this gathering in order to help foster sustainable peace and durable development across our world. These include the need to promote media and information literacy as a viable development intervention to nurture trust, social protection, and solidarity. Accelerate the pace of people's access to media and information literacy in parallel to universal digital connectivity. Promote media and information literacy as a key component for the exercise of fundamental human rights. Popularize the new UNESCO Resource Global Standards for Media and Information Literacy Curricular Development Guidelines. Develop innovative ways to bridge inequalities in accessing media and information literacy. Develop partnerships and provide funding to strengthen trust and solidarity in media and information literacy development at all levels of societies, and encourage and promote media and information literacy policy at the organizational, institutional, national, and regional levels in ensuring equitable and ethical access to quality information. I thank you once again and enjoin you to find time to relax and to enjoy our beautiful city, Abuja, and the legendary hospitality of our people. Thank you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. End of